Good day everyone, and welcome to my newest Let's Play. We're going to be playing The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Master Quest. So, for those of you who don't know this game, allow me to explain. So basically, it's Ocarina of Time itself, but harder. I only chose to Let's Play this game because I'm up for a good challenge. So, how is this game harder than the original Ocarina of Time? Well, I'll get into detail some other time. But for right now, let's get started. But first, I have to enter my name, and it's going to be Link, since after all, that is his official name, so why not? Alright, let's go. So we start off by getting introduced to the guardian spirit of the Kokiri forest, known as the Great Deku Tree. So what he does is he watches over the forest itself, which are inhabited by kids known as the Kokiri kids. So all the kids in the forest have fairies, except for one kid, and you're looking at him right now. Yeah, Link is the only kid in the forest who doesn't have a fairy. So it looks to me like he's an outcast since he doesn't have what the other kids have. And to be honest, I consider this to be a good thing. Why? Well, I'm pretty sure the majority of you have played this game before, or I assume you played the original Ocarina of Time, so I think you know exactly why I consider this to be a good thing. Okay, here we have a scene that is going to happen later on in the game, but for right now, it's supposed to be a dream. So this is the first of three instances in which we're going to be seeing this scene. So next time we see this, it's going to be for real. And Link is face to face with the main antagonist of the game, that is Ganondorf. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of you have played this game already, so I guess it's only fitting that I say Ganondorf's name right now. So we're back to the Great Deku Tree, and he's calling out to a fairy called Navi. So what's going on is the Great Deku Tree has just assigned Navi to become Link's travel companion. Oh god, this is going to be fun. And I only say that because it appears to me that everyone thinks Navi is a pretty annoying fairy, myself included. Although I don't consider her to be as annoying as other people claim she is, I'm disagreeing with other people's opinions. Anyway, the Great Deku Tree is saying there's evil afoot, and someone has to put a stop to it. And that someone is Link, since apparently he was destined to leave the forest. Why him and not the other kids? Well, believe it or not, we're actually going to find that out later on in the game. Okay, apparently the Great Deku Tree knew about this for quite some time. How do you know about this? Well, given the fact that he's old and wise, I guess it's only fitting that he knows about information like this. Okay, he's going to send off Navi to find Link, and have him come to the Great Deku Tree himself. Oh yes, it's worth mentioning I modified Camp Studio settings so that way there won't be any desync whenever I record games like this. So I promise you this, there won't be any desync in this part, or any of the other parts. I promise you that. Okay, now we're going to get a good view of the forest from Navi's perspective. But I have to admit, I really love how the graphics look in the 3DS version. I mean, I haven't played that version yet, but still. The graphics in that game look awesome. I mean, the graphics here are okay, but it's nothing compared to the graphics that I saw in the 3DS version. Yeah, I think it tops everything. Okay, Navi just bumped into the fence. You could have just gone around the fence, even though, yeah, you can go right through the fence, but still. It would make more sense if you were to go around the fence. Okay, now Navi is going to attempt to wake up Link, even though I see that his eyes are already open. Hello? Yeah, get used to that sound because you're going to be hearing sounds like that throughout the entire game. Okay, looks to me like Link is not fully awake yet. You know, it would be pretty funny if Navi got close to Link and Link accidentally crushes Navi because he's tossing and turning. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? Oh wow, that's so ironic coming from her. Okay, Link is fully awake. But still, I would pay good money to see Link accidentally crush Navi because he was tossing and turning. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen, even though I would really want that to happen. Anyway, I did say people consider Navi to be kind of annoying because, well, here's what she does. She gives you some helpful tips and advice. Well, I consider some of her tips to be sort of helpful, but overall, she's best known for her constant nagging. Yeah, that's why people consider her to be annoying. Okay, the Great Deku Tree has summoned me, so let's go to him. Well, more importantly, I now have full control over Link, so that means my adventure officially begins. And upon exiting the house, I see that a green-haired girl is approaching the house. That is supposed to be Link's best friend. Or I guess that's what people want us to believe. Okay, before I go to the Great Deku Tree, I'm going to talk to her to see what she wants. Okay, this is Link's best friend. Her name is Saria, and she's acknowledging the fact that I finally have a fairy, or Link has a fairy rather, and also the Great Deku Tree wants to talk to me. Okay, it looks to me like their relationship is more than just friends. I mean, the way I see it, it looks to me like all the females in this game have the hots for Link. That does sound kind of ridiculous, but it is true. And if you don't believe me, well, as I progress further into the game, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, let's go see the Great Deku Tree. But first, I'm going to collect some money, which are called rupees in the Zelda games. Okay, you can find rupees in the grass over here, even though you can't see it. Alright, there we go. Okay, there's some more rupees in the grass here. I could try zooming in to see if I can spot the rupees, but I don't think that's going to work. Okay, there's a blue rupee over here, even though you can't see it. Alright, there we go. Okay, green rupees are worth 1 rupee, and blue rupees are worth 5 rupees. Okay, the path to the Great Deku Tree is beyond this kid, but he won't let me pass. Anyway, this is Mito, the self-proclaimed leader of the Kokiri kids. Okay, he's ripping on Link because he doesn't have a fairy. Well, up until now, that is. Okay, he's baffled at the fact that I now have a fairy, and the Great Deku Tree wants to talk to me. Why would he summon you and not the Great Mito? I could think of a few reasons why. Anyway, despite the fact that the Great Deku Tree wants to talk to me, Mito is not going to let me pass because he wants me to get a sword and a shield. Then he'll let me through. Okay, so I have to buy the shield at the march, and I have to get the sword inside of a treasure chest. Okay, so I need 40 rupees in order to buy the shield, but I'm going to collect 40 more rupees because it's going to be for something a little bit later. Oh yeah, you heard that sound, right? Well, get used to that sound because you're going to be hearing that throughout the entire game. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you. Please come with me. Did you not hear what the asshole kid just said? He said get a sword and a shield and then he'll let me through. Gee, pay attention, why don't you? Anyway, the grass isn't the only place in the forest where you can find rupees. You can also find rupees inside of these rocks. You just have to throw them at something or at the wall or whatever. And yeah, sometimes rupees will come out. But almost all the time, nothing comes out, and that's kind of frustrating. Anyway, that Mito. Yeah, it looks to me like he's not very fond of Link, for 3 reasons. 1, he's a huge dick to Link. 2, he rips on the fact that Link doesn't have a fairy, well, up until now, that is. And 3, he's jealous because Saria is only interested in Link. Yeah, Mito. Gotta love that guy. Okay, what is that kid over there doing? It kind of looks like he's hopping the rock. Okay, am I going to get any more rupees from these rocks? Let's see. Okay, there we go. And what about this one? Okay, nothing. Okay, what are you doing exactly? Mean old Mito, he made me pick up the rocks in front of his house. Speaking of Mito's house, let's go inside of it, because he's bound to have something. Okay, there are 4 treasure chests here, so let's see what's inside of them. Okay, we got a blue rupee, that's good. And what about this one? A green rupee. Alright, and the third one? Another blue rupee. Okay, that's 11 rupees off of these 3 treasure chests so far. And, oh, a recovery heart. Okay, I'm going to be seeing those all the time. Okay, I did see a blue rupee right behind Mito's house, so I'm just going to grab that. And I'm going to see where else I can get rupees. Okay, but first I'm just going to grab the rupees that have respawned inside the grass. Yeah, that does happen, and if you were to find rupees in the grass, well, yeah, you would just have to know it's there. Okay, is there anything inside this rock? Oh, okay, thank you very much. Okay, I'm almost there, but I'm now going to go get the sword. Alright, there we go. Okay, the pathway to getting the sword is over here. There is a small little passageway right over there that Link could get into, and that's where the sword is going to be. But it's inside of a treasure chest, so that means I have to Walk a little bit more so that way I can get to the treasure chest and get to the sword. Okay, there's a blue rupee over here. That's good. Okay, there's supposed to be a giant boulder over here. Okay, I'm just going to let it pass. Alright, there we go. Okay, I'm finally at 40 rupees, and we have another blue rupee here. Something that I had no idea was over here. Well, I kind of found it out when I did a few more playthroughs of this game. Okay, and the sword is right inside of this treasure chest. Okay, the sword is called the Kokiri sword, but everybody seems to call it the butter knife, myself included. Well, the way I see it, it sort of looks like a dagger, something like what Peter Pan uses. And the reason why people call it a butter knife is because, well, it doesn't have very good range, and if you want to attack something, then you have to get up in the opponent's face and then hit them. And that's going to really increase your chances of getting hits. So yeah, not a lot of people like this sword, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. Okay, now that I have the sword, I can now cut this grass here. Okay, after you cut this grass, it's going to grow back in a few seconds. Yeah, like that. Okay, there's another type of grass that I guess you saw before I entered into this little passageway, and yeah, you can see it over there. When you cut that grass, it's not going to grow back until you go inside of a building and come back out. Okay, even though I have over 40 rupees already, as I said, I do want to get some more rupees because it's going to be for something a little bit later. Alright, there we go. Okay, there's some more rupees. No, there's some more grass in the area right there. Well, actually, there's bound to be some more rupees over there, but let's just see. Okay, somebody is here because I see a fairy. What are you doing exactly? That meanie Mito maybe cut the grass at Saria's house. Seriously? Why? Mito told Saria he would do it so she would like him. Wow, it looks to me like he's going to do just about anything to have Saria notice him. You and Saria are close friends. Yeah, or I guess that's what people want us to believe. Okay, good to know. Okay, any rupees in the grass? Alright, there we go. Okay, yeah, this is Saria's house right here, but I'm not gonna go in there because there's nothing for me to do. Okay, is there anything in this rock? Okay, nothing. Okay, I now have 54 rupees, so let's go inside of the mart and get that Deku shield. Okay, this girl wants to talk to me, and I can do so by L-targeting her. Okay, she's going to be talking a little bit about L-targeting, or I guess some people call it Z-targeting. The reason why I call it Z-targeting is because I have the L-targeting function linked to the Z button. So, yeah, sometimes I may call it L-targeting, or sometimes I may call it Z-targeting. But yeah, in this game, I guess it's officially called L-targeting. Anyway, if you want to L-target something, you just have to press Z, and then Nabi's going to fly over to that person, and depending on who it is, you can either talk to that person, or if it's an enemy, then you could have a better shot at attacking the enemy because Nabi is having you get a good shot at that particular enemy. Okay, I can finally find the Deku Shield, and it costs 40 rupees, so let's buy it. Okay, even though I now have the Deku Shield, I'm still going to need some more rupees because, as I said, I'm going to get something that's going to involve me getting 40 rupees. Okay, no, I'm not going to buy anything else for now. Okay, I'm just going to equip the Deku Shield. Alright, there we go. Alright, and with that, I'm going to collect 40 more rupees. See you in a second. Okay, I now have enough rupees. So, I am behind Mito's house where there are these vines that you can climb on. And this path here, it'll take you to a place called the Lost Woods. So basically, it's a huge maze. And how it works is, you have to take a certain path to get to where you're going. And if you take a wrong turn, then you end up back at the beginning. Yeah, I can tell this place frustrated a lot of people. That guy over there, he's going to be involved with a side quest later on in the game. So what I'm doing here is, there is a Deku Scrub here, also called a Business Scrub, and he's going to be selling me a Deku Stick upgrade for 40 rupees. Okay, you want to do what I just did? You want to put up your shield to deflect his projectile back into his face, and then he'll stop firing, and then he's going to sell you a certain thing. In this case, the Deku Stick upgrade. Okay, normally I can only carry up to 10 Deku Sticks at this point, but thanks to the upgrade, I can now carry up to 20 Deku Sticks. Okay, and if you buy something from the Deku Scrubs, they'll leave behind some rupees, so I guess that's good. Okay, I guess that's going to be it for today, so see you next time.